When we want to make the side edges of our project nice and tidy, it is almost always a good idea to use ICord salvages. The side edges formed by this simple method are uniform, they look good on both sides of the work, and they do not stretch too much. But they could be somewhat bulky on projects that do not require additional decoration in the form of an ICord. I faced this problem when I was making a jacket for my mom a few months ago. As I was looking for a better way to make side edges that would be more delicate but would look good on both sides of the work, I came up with a way that I call slim ICord edging. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to make it. As you see, the regular ICord edging could be quite bulky, especially if the project is worked in chunky yarn. You can tell from this angle how thick the edges are. The slim ICord edging, on the other hand, is way more delicate. See, it is rather thin, and when we compare it to the regular ICord edging, we can clearly see the difference. This edging also looks great on most stitch patterns. I added it to a swatch worked in ribbing and the one worked in seed stitch, also known as moss stitch in the UK. And I absolutely love the way this edging frames the pattern, that it does not add additional bulk to the fabric, and that it looks great on both sides of the work. So how do we do that? How do we create this edging? It is fairly simple. The edging is worked over 2 stitches at each side of the work. So if you plan to add this edging to your project, then add 4 stitches to the number of stitches you cast on. 2 stitches for one side and 2 stitches for the other side. And the edging itself is worked in 2 rows. In the first row, knit the first stitch just the usual way, then slip 1 stitch with the yarn at the back of the work, just like this, and then work in whatever pattern you follow up until you get to the last 2 stitches of the row. And that's gonna happen in just a few stitches for me. Okay, here we are. 2 stitches left on the left needle, and we bring the yarn to the back of the work, slip 1 stitch with the yarn at the back, and then knit the last stitch. This is row 1 of this edging. Then turn your work, and in the second row we'll do the following. So bring the yarn to the front of the work, then slip the first stitch and purl the next stitch. Then work in the pattern of your choice, but stop when you get to the last 2 stitches of the row, right here. So I have 2 stitches left. I stop here and I remember to work stitches in the pattern so that I get that nice edging. And the pattern will be: bring the yarn to the front of the work, purl this stitch, and then keep the yarn at the front of the work as you slip the last stitch of the work, and then turn your work. That's it. That's how it works. Simply repeat these 2 rows until the project is finished, and then enjoy the amazing look of the well-finished edging that you created. If you find it difficult to remember what to do when, keep in mind that in a right side row, we knit the first and the last stitches and slip the stitches next to them. In a wrong side row, we slip the first and the last stitches and purl the stitches next to them. That's how simple it is. To read this tutorial as a set of step-by-step photo instructions, follow the link in the description. To download it as a PDF, join the club or our community on Patreon. Thank you for watching this video and have a wonderful week. I'll see you in the next tutorial.